What up, everybody, and welcome to the Scotty and Stowe Show. I am Scotty,
What up, y'all? I'm Stowe.
and we are the home of the Sterling Sharpe Fan Club and the Bloomin' Onion. We are also
I do.
sponsored by the Good Time Tavern of Livermore, California. How's Stowe?
Fair to Midland. I am
Ready?
just super excited to talk about the NFC East and the AFC East in our football preview kind of thing.
As
Uh,
well as I am.
yes, yeah, so pumped.
Jesus Christ, it's
So
about time we start talking about football again.
it
Man, it's
is, it
killing
is.
me. No, it really is. It's kind of bothering me. It's like too much of this other sports. I love NASCAR, but
Right. So we'll talk about the NFL stuff. We'll talk about ramifications of the trade deadline. And but
trade
first,
what trade deadline?
but first, did our guys that need to come in first?
We weren't.
NASCAR.
I don't even think either one of us raced this week. I think I'm pretty positive that Tyler Reddick and Chris Buescher were driven by other people this week, their cars, because I didn't see either one of them. And I watched the race, most of the race. I think I might have been in a wreck at one point in time, but didn't hit anything and just like went back to 30th and got back to 20th or some shit. I never saw Chris Buescher one time, like not even for a brief moment through like pit stop scheduling and stuff. I was like, is that guy even racing? What I do not know if I'm a fan of Iowa. That's all I have to say. It wasn't a very exciting race. I think with everything NASCAR has done, with all the new road courses and all the new, the figuration of the scheduling, I think they've done a wonderful job. The playoffs, awesome. You know, the days of Jeff Gordon just winning by 5,000 points because he just did the best throughout the year. I guess that was kind of boring. But I don't know if I'm a fan of Iowa. I didn't see my driver. I didn't see your driver. I didn't see much good racing. And all
It
I
was
can,
It was pretty boring. I watched the last 50 laps myself, and well, the big thing is this guy going to run out of gas? And that was literally the excitement. And they passed some cars that were being lapped, but really, it was just, yeah, it didn't seem like there was much to it.
no, but I will be honest, it is one of the most impressive. You don't have any gas, don't hammer it down, which I don't understand how you can't win a race without having your foot smashed to the floor. And
That's
he
what I
was
was saying.
3/4 of the pedal down on the straightaways
And no one could catch him. It
and
was
nobody
weird.
could catch him. And I thought they would be full balls to the wall. You know what I mean? If you had plenty of gas where he was at 100 laps before since he had gas and the other people were at like 60, I thought they could pretty much hammer it to the ground. But I guess 3/4 of the way is the way to win that race.
Yeah.
Congratulations, William Byron, for not allowing Brad Keselowski or Piercy or anybody else who has not won a race this year to win a race. Thank you, William Byron, for holding it together and winning that race. Because then there will only be two spots left, and Bowman and Busher would really, really be fighting it out for the last spot because
Right.
Reddick is, like I said, Reddick, I'm 141 up on everybody. And you two are not more than 40 something.
I mean,
So
I'm sort of excited about next week because it's Darlington. This is where you and I had our
our moment,
let's say mix up
our
at
moment.
you know what I mean, going for the
Yeah.
end of the race. And now this year with, like you said, what, three races left,
Free to go,
three
man. We
racers,
can't get a win.
and no one can get a win. And if you and I are up there again, like we're usually top 10 in Darlington, it could get interesting. The rivalry could re-intensify. So it's kind of exciting this week for me.
Yeah, I don't know if Reddick can I don't know if Reddick can, like go, you know what, Chris, sorry about last year. I'm gonna let you have it. Because if
No,
you get
that's
a
not going to
win,
happen. You
if you
know
get
that
a
can't happen.
yeah, because if you get a win, then there's only two spots left, and it's just Bowman and I. And
Yeah. No, you can't have that.
I mean, no, I like the three. I'm okay with the three. Still fighting for it. There's a buffer between me and a couple other people, which even though the people behind, I mean, it's Busher who has been in the playoffs almost the last 2 or 3 years. It's Bowman, a Hendricks car, and me. And after that, the competition's not as good as a Hendricks car. And so I like where I'm at now. I can't give you a win though, even though I want to apologize for last year's Darlington. I'll put you in the wall this year if it takes that again to get a win. That's
Goddamn
how I
right.
feel about it. Yeah, damn right. That's how it's got to be done. Even though as Australian as Chris Buescher is not, and I am also not, I would have to say that I'll put you on a wall for a win this week at Darlington, and I'll blame it on the racetrack. So I don't know.
Nice.
Let's go, Darlington. You got you have apparently there's trades in baseball. I was totally unaware of this. So tell me.
Listen, dude, just because your phone only gets Dodgers trade updates does not mean that there were no trades.
I did not see one trade this week in the MLB. I was like, oh,
There was big moves. I mean, Dodgers stayed put in our division. The Padres added the A's star closer, young star closer. So that was a big move by the Padres. Their bullpen is pretty sick these days.
well,
Giants went the opposite direction. We sold Camilo Duvall. We sold Yaz. We love Yaz. And we got rid of Tyler Rogers. We love Tyler Rogers too.
hmm.
So we made some moves. The West is now probably a two-team race as we are trying out 21-year-olds and players from Taipei and stuff. It's an interesting time for the Giants.
Okay.
But yeah, we do have winners and losers from this trade deadline. Obviously, I don't think the Giants are either one. I think we made good prospects. The Dodgers didn't really make moves, which is shocking for LA. I mean, was there any notifications why you didn't do anything?
I would have thought we would have tried to get some pitching help, but apparently maybe the Padres got
Your
who they
guy.
might have wanted. And I listen, I you know what? That's because we're the best team in baseball and we don't need no help.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you have two or three all-stars coming back from injury in September again.
I would assume we do have a few people coming back. I mean, we got that guy from you guys last year. Has he pitched yet?
Blake Snell had his first outing. Yeah. He did his normal thing, 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, gave up a couple runs. In a couple starts, he'll probably won't give up any runs ever again. So
See,
that's
there
good
you
news.
go.
Yeah, he was dominant the further he went on last year. So
There you go.
uh
Maybe we're
in
learning how to be within a salary cap now. Maybe we're trying to work just in case it changes.
right.
Think about that.
I have not.
Okay,
No.
so tell me about your baseball trades.
Well, yeah, I mean, we had the West. Padres obviously a winner, getting a ridiculous closer. Minnesota Twins went the complete opposite way. They pretty much sold, I think it was 13 players, traded. I'm going to say traded, but sold's actually more realistic. So
Wow.
yeah, so they got rid of their whole team except for like Byron Buxton and Joe Ryan, I think. They kept one pitcher and one outfielder, traded the rest of the team. They have completely given up for the near future. So I don't know. Good luck, Minnesota. Toronto and Detroit both added a starter, a piece. Detroit, I think, probably did better at the trade deadline just because the Indians seemed to trade people away. Although the Guardians did get value on trading a couple guys that didn't pitch at all this year yet. So that's an interesting move. Guardians are actually closing that gap on Detroit, like we said, down to 7 games. Detroit, don't get nervous. And also, speaking of nervous, Yankees traded for like 7 or 8 new guys, and they conceded to blow like 3 straight saves. The Red Sox have actually passed them. We said the Red Sox are ready next year. I don't know. They passed the Yankees. They might be ready this year.
Yankees are bums. Yankees will always be bums.
That's right.
That's how it is. They're
The
bums.
only other thing I kind of wanted to mention was the Mariners. Seattle with because you know me, I wanted to mention Julio down by the schoolyard. So he's got some new playmates on his schoolyard. He added both the guys from Arizona with power, Naylor and Suarez. And speaking of Julio,
Naylor, nice.
you wanna he broke a record. Did you know which one it was?
Uh, no, most steals by a young man.
Close, very close, very close. Yeah, first guy to have 2020 home runs and steals his first 4 years. And I did some research, Shohei Ohtani kind of missed a year. and only hit 19 his first year. Barry Bonds only hit 19 home runs his first year. A lot of guys didn't quite get to 20 their first year, or then slowed down stealing. And you know what I mean? So nice
Right.
record by Julio.
Batting improved, stealing slowed down.
Yeah,
Happens
and
with age, right?
Julio's still playing down by the schoolyard, keeping his games tight. So yeah.
Man walks down the street, says, "Why am I so fat?" Yeah, no, that's awesome.
So yeah,
Uh,
I like the bat Seattle added. So interesting moves.
I'm happy that that's great that he's done that. I thought you didn't you tell me that Daryl Strawberry is another one who is close to that. I thought that was nice to see there's Daryl Strawberry. Who else did you say? Bobby Bonds, right?
Bobby Bonds and Darryl Strawberry both had 100 steals and 100 home runs by their end of their fourth season, but they
Right.
didn't do it
They didn't
2020.
do it 2020, 2020, 2020, 2020. They
Yeah,
didn't.
exactly.
Not so consistent as our boy Julio down by the schoolyard.
Yeah.
That's something to say. There's a future there with that kid. Or does the future go away when the steals go down? How long can he steal? Is he a Ricky Henderson kind of guy? Can he just steal until he's
No, but I could see him climbing up that home run list. He seems like a adorable kid. He's probably only what 25 now. You could see him up there passing Mike Schmidt and some of those
or
guys here.
30? We don't know.
Yeah, Otani I thought was 22. He's 30.
He's 30. Like what? I don't think Otani's 22.
Nah. All
Let's
right. Well,
research Otani some more. God, that dude's 41. What?
he keeps getting older every time I Google it.
Fuck, man. I don't know. Check his birth certificate. I'm not too sure about this guy. So, out of all the trades, man, and you mentioned all the ones that had probably the biggest impact. Which one do you think has the biggest impact? I know you
That's a
said
very good question.
I know you said the Yankees losing 5 in a row after making all these moves, but I don't think that's the biggest impact. Which trades had the biggest impact?
No, and I think I'm going to go kind of like a twofold answer here. I think because of the bats the Mariners added, they will come out of the West at least as a wild card,
Okay.
maybe at the expense of Texas or Houston. But I believe Matt Miller going from the A's to the Padres in the playoffs is going to have a huge effect. The Padres can basically now their pitchers only need to go 4.5 innings before they go to a ridiculous relief staff.
Which reminds me of the Giants when they won all those fucking World Series, and which scares me this year for the Los Angeles Dodgers if we have to play the Padres in the playoffs. I'm going to give you 10 points if we were playing the game. That's an excellent answer. I thought that would be the biggest impact because all I could think about after that was that Giants team and how the Dodgers, who had a pretty decent team with the young Kershaw, just couldn't get past you. Or the Phillies of those years. The Phillies and the Giants, they were both sucky those
Oh,
years.
by the way, the Phillies, Christopher Sanchez, his changeup is like the second best pitch in baseball.
Was he a trade pickup in the last week or some shit? Is that why you're throwing that in
Nah,
the
he's the
face?
guy that didn't make the All Star team, and everyone was like, "Why didn't this guy make the All Star team?" He's come out of the All Star break on like 3-0, giving up like
Now
three
he's
hits.
got a big ass chip on his shoulder.
Oh yeah,
Can't
you
be.
thought Bryce Harper was mad.
Yeah, well, he doesn't
This
want
guy's
anybody
pissed
to take
too.
away from his 5-year, $490 million contract to play half the games
Uh,
in a season. You know what I mean?
indeed, indeed.
Playing baseball. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Jesus Christ. All right, let's move on. Let's get to what matters.
Yeah. Speaking of big contracts, Josh Allen signed $300 million extension. If you want to do the segue part, but yeah, it's football time.
No, listen,
Time to talk
I
preview.
like that contract segue part right there because he's the MVP. He's worth every fucking penny of it. He really is. If we're gonna
Yeah.
give everybody money, Josh Allen's probably one that should get some. I'm not too sure if other guys deserve it. Would be a great segue into starting with the NFC West East. So why don't we just start with the NFC East since we're talking about contracts and greedy people that may not deserve them?
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean the biggest question there is
Terry
Michael
McLaurin. No, I'm
Parsons,
just kidding.
Terry McLaurin. Yeah, no, that's
Well,
I mean
of not deserving it. Not deserving it. I don't know if Terry's got one more year on his deal, and that puts Terry McLaurin almost to the age of 32 years old. So do you
okay.
restructure Terry McLaurin? He's still got a year on his
You
deal.
get him on that team no matter what.
You need him on that team?
I would say well, needs a strong word, but I would say he would
No.
definitely increase your chances of success.
Well, you increase the chances of success for that young quarterback who is entering his second season, which means that it's a season that every other defense in football has paid attention to him, especially if he happens to be on your schedule this year. And Terry McLaurin is, a wily old veteran who can get open and help your young quarterback out. Yes, you need him on Washington to make the success of that quarterback not be a sophomore slump. He's definitely going to help. Right?
Of course.
But he's also 32 years old here coming soon. He's
You
30
just added
now.
2 years to his age, man. He's 30.
He's
Relax, homie.
30. No, he's got 1 year left on his deal. Do I just want to use him for his last year or restructure him into his 35s? No, I don't know, man. It's a speed league now. And all the receivers coming out are young because they all play fucking West Coast offense or pass league offense in college. And they all come out full balls running as fast as they can. And Terry McLaurin's getting old. Terry McLaurin should know he came from Ohio State, who just keeps putting out superstars. Terry knows all about it. And Terry's the old version of it. Just saying. So I don't know. I agree with Washington. Go fuck yourself. You got 1 more year on your contract. Play or don't play. We would prefer you played. If you don't play, you don't get any money. But restructuring and giving him money, I don't think so. When we talk about the Cowboys, we'll change that answer and we'll go the other route with that answer. But let's start with the Redskins then. What do you see in the Redskins?
Well, I
What
see a
makes
lot of the same. I'm a big believer in Dan Quinn and his quarterback. I don't think there will be any drop off a la CJ Stroud and his Buckeye status.
because you didn't like CJ Stroud and your linebacker successful loving coach? You didn't think they were going to have what make you like Dan Quinn over the coach of the Texans, the ex-Niner?
Oh, I'm not saying I like him better than the ex-Niner as a coach. I'm just saying Jaden Daniels is clearly superior to CJ Stroud, who
Oh,
made a
that's
lot of.
true. Jaden Daniels is clearly it's. I mean, I didn't think C.J. Stroud coming out of college was going to be that great. He's just another Ohio State quarterback. None of them ever been good.
Yeah, they gave him a lot of easy throws, and he made a lot of nice easy throws
There you go.
that first year. Yeah, no, I like the Redskins a lot. They
Okay.
added they added just a little from the Niners, little Javon Kinlaw, a little Debo Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I think it's more about the whole attitude in general. I'm still hyped about the whole change of ownership. I mean, it's
Right.
still a new Redskins. Their first
No
year without
Snyder.
that blanket of shame on them.
Commanders. They're not the Redskins. Jesus
Fine,
Christ.
Commanders, right? Exactly. My point exactly. It's a whole new thing now.
It's a whole new thing.
Right. And their first year was very successful. I expect them to build on that. I think they're going to win the division.
That's insane for you to say. I like that. That's a very bold statement.
I'm going bold this year, just so you know,
when
for all the
when
preseason stuff.
when the team that really didn't change much and had like a lot of good pieces who like went 11-0 when the season was important, won the Super Bowl, is in the same division. I
The
think
Eagles
that's
have Saquon. Yeah. So, I mean, how can you doubt them?
got a really good offensive line. Um Defensive line is only gonna those two defensive tackles.
They've got the whole Georgia draft class.
I but that Carter and that Davis, I think this might be a true breakout year for both of those kids because we're
Very
talking
possible.
second, third season kind of deal. Like now we understand how to play the game. So I
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say that the Eagles are not the better team. I'm just saying maybe Saquon's carries factor into it. Maybe it's the curse of the NFC East where no one can repeat since 2005.
I know you say Saquon's carries, but at any moment in time, that team can turn around and throw to AJ Brown and Devontae Smith.
AJ Brown's
That's
got a
what has
hamstring
to happen.
already
If that's
over
what
the
has to
hill.
happen for the rest of the game, you know what I mean? I'm just saying that you have top 5 running back and top 5 receiver duo with one of the most dependable tight ends in football.
Sure. No, yeah, and a quarterback that has apparently been underrated since he keeps performing super in Super
You know
Bowls.
what? Apparently has been underrated since I'm still calling him a bum today.
Sure, yeah.
Yet he's a Super Bowl winner and you know,
Was probably the MVP in the one he lost.
probably the MVP in the so, and I'm still going to call him a bum and when the tush push is no longer legal and he can't get his 1 yard anymore, which I don't think will matter because Saquon Barkley will literally just run for 10 every time. So,
Just
whatever.
backwards jump over the end zone line is great.
Touchdown, woohoo, Eagles win again.
Yeah, so we have two really strong teams then in the NFC East,
I
according.
agree. Right now, we have two really strong teams.
And then we have, I guess, an up and coming team and a team that's always almost there. Who you got finishing third in this division, my friend?
I got to give it just because Jackson Dart is not the starting quarterback yet. I got to give it to the Cowboys because I just think if Micah Parsons does sign for $42 million a year, which I think is a fair contract, deserves every dime of it. And Jerry Jones is literally the craziest man in the history of the world because he could have just signed him last year for $37 million after Bosa's contract of $34 million. But
Would have
instead
been
he
easy.
decided to play this game and then Myles Garrett got 40 and then TJ Watt got, and then could have just extended the best defensive end in the NFC. I have mentioned only guys from the AFC other than Bosa, but Bosa is getting to the end of his like run. You know what I mean? It's Micah Parsons' turn.
What?
Um, he's
Well,
gonna
that's
pay
a
him
It's a wrong Bosa, man.
Nick, right?
Yeah,
Whoever.
Joey's at the end of his run. Nick has been in the league for 4 years.
I watched Nick last year. He looked like crap.
He looks better this year. He actually came to training camp this year. Remember last year he didn't come to training camp. He was sitting on a lake drinking
Yeah,
banana boat
Lucas Van
margaritas
Ness
with
is gonna
LeBron
get
James
more
and shit.
sacks than fucking Bosa this year. I can promise you that.
Trust me, he'll be better. He'll be better this year, I
Won't be
promise.
better than Lucas Van Ness, Defense Player of the Year. Just by the
Oh,
way.
he'll be way better than Lucas Van
No,
Ness.
not even close. You're gonna get ramroded. He's gonna get.
Yeah.
You
Man, we
watch.
watched Van Ness at the end of the year. He didn't even play in the playoffs because he
I
couldn't
know,
do
I
anything.
understand that, but this year's a different year, and I'm just telling
Oh
you,
yeah.
I'm predicting it now. Let's get back to the. Come on, can you stay on focus? Let's talk about the Cowboys. That's what we're trying to
Oh
talk
yeah.
about.
Yeah, Cowboys suck. They added a bunch of beef, both offensively and defensively in the draft because they have nothing there. And I feel sorry for Dak Prescott and all his weapons because he's not going to be able to get the ball out, especially against all the Penn State pass rushers like Abdul Carter.
That's only like 4 games. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
I just have no faith in what they've done there. I mean, they've spent a bunch of
Oh
money on PD Lamb and Dak Prescott, and they forgot about the important stuff.
no, they have no they've done a piss poor job. That's it constantly. That's why I said Jerry Jones is crazy because he's just got to move on. He's got to just let your son at least take a shot at it. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, you're like the Queen of England. You know what I mean? That lady just held on and held on and held on, and then her son got the position, and he's probably gonna die of cancer next month. You know what I mean? Because you held on for so fucking long, you didn't even give this guy a chance, and
I
now the
never
next
do this.
person's gonna be 12.
I never do this, but in defense of Jerry Jones, his kids are probably idiots.
Well, I mean, if we're putting him on the basis of like Jerry Jones, Donald Trump, all these people that have like raised these billionaire dum dums, it's a
Jesus
good
Christ.
chance this kid's an idiot. The guy for the Raiders, I don't know, is he an idiot?
Find out.
Probably.
Probably.
Have you seen his fucking haircut? Have you seen the way he dresses? That guy's like Dumb and Dumber. So yeah, it's going to be a league full of idiots from all these guys who were in charge 40 years ago. Actually, Jerry Jones is still in charge today. That's what blows my mind. I don't make it doesn't make
Right? I'm shocked.
like he's like it's a TV show to him and he's just looking for ratings. You know what I mean?
All
So
right.
in
So my last Dallas question. I mean,
the,
I get the ratings thing, but do you see the Cowboys as kind of like a fantasy fun land and maybe not as good of a scheme then?
Their secondary is horrible. So I say yes on Fantasy Funland if you're talking about Prescott, Pickens, Lamb, and Ferguson. I think
If
so.
we can get those guys against the Bengals, we got 60 to 63.
60 to 63. If you have Prescott and Pickens, you probably got up 80 points in one game just out of the two players. If you had Lamb and Prescott, you probably got 92. You know what I mean? So it depends on how you bunch your Prescott. You can go, you know what? That's kind of an interesting thing if you want to talk about fantasy, because if you do take Dak, you have a choice of either receiver to where bundling.
Or the way it works out, if you get one of the receivers up top,
You might want to consider taking Dak later on as a quarterback.
because he
Eight,
is in that
nine,
second or
10. You know what
third
I mean?
tier. Yeah. He's no longer top tier, so you can get him fifth round or seventh round or
Right. He's
probably
above
fifth.
Mahomes and below Jordan Love.
Okay, so like fourth round, fifth round.
I go sixth, seventh. I'm not taking my quarterback to the 10th or the 11th round.
Yeah, well, I don't, I never do that either, but top quarterbacks, they're going all in the second round this year. It's going to be,
You think Jordan Love goes in the top 3 rounds?
what? I don't think he gets drafted, my friend,
He does in the 11th. I know that.
by the South Park Cows,
By the South
perennial
Park Cows.
non-champion.
Fucking A. Hey, I ordered your trophy today.
I get another one of these?
Yeah, it'll be here on the 14th. And unlike Jeremy's, yours says the Nakamura on it.
All right.
All right. Hey, does that one say, hey, can I see that one real fast up close? I just check it out for a second. No, let me see the name. Leave it. Nope. Go down. Go to the Nakamura. Nice. Spelt it right.
Yeah, man. Japanese spelling is easier than talking.
I know you just phonetically say it. Nakamura.
Right. Yeah, no, I love spelling their shit. It's easy.
So, all right. All right, cool. So we have the Cowboys both sucking, but I still haven't taken second place in the division behind the Eagles. So
Right. I'm just excited about the Giants pass rush with the addition of Abdul Carter. And then they got Thibodeau last year from the Ducks. I think they're going to put pressure on the quarterback for those 3 plays that they're on the field before the other team scores a touchdown. Yeah, no, they're going to be exciting and fun, the Giants. But I don't know. I
you
think they can
mean
be
they
better than
only
the
get
Cowboys.
3 plays and then it's a touchdown? But yet for those 3 plays, those guys are going to be exciting. I don't think
Hell
so
yeah.
because, I mean,
Hell yeah.
the field's 80 yards long, 3 plays, what, 1 run for
No,
27?
it's sack, 80-yard touchdown for the other team. I mean, it's pretty exciting. You can't deny that that's exciting.
Sack, 27-yard, like across the middle, goes for 80 and a touchdown.
Yep.
I'm in. That's the most exciting thing I've ever heard in my life. And
Right.
then we
Imagine
get
that
to
every
see,
time.
and then we get to see the guy who gets his 99 Madden rating next year.
Abdul Carter or Jackson Dart.
Malik Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors.
I do not
Yeah, see,
believe
the
he got a
Giants are going to be
99. I believe it's only Jefferson and Jamar Chase who hit the 99 rating status this year, which would leave Malik Neighbors with the opportunity to become Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson next year. So, but he's going to have to prove it.
Oh yeah, no,
By
I mean,
going out there and becoming, and what I heard from training camp is that he is pretty much the most amazing player in the world in training camp.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, if only he had not Russell Wilson as quarterback.
Nope. I got, and I have it written down right here. Hold on. I have it written down here. Giants suck. Russell Wilson sucks. Jackson takes over week 6. 1-5. Jackson Dart takes over, and they break 500 for the last of the games.
I mean, that's kind of fair. Talent-wise, they're not quite there yet. I do think
I think you got to go youth after this point. I think you have all youth with Carter, Thibodeau, Neighbors. Put Jackson Dart in there. You're in a division with 2 of the Super Bowl champions and the Washington Redskins, who have made a huge turnaround.
I mean, even the running backs. Tyrone Tracy was great last year. Cam Scatabo into the mix.
The Scatabo
I mean,
touchdown
everyone loves
running
Cam
machine.
Scatabo.
When do you take Cam Scatabo in the fantasy football draft?
Ooh,
Fifth round?
probably don't.
Why not? You don't think the Giants get to the 4 and just give Cam Scatabo the ball 4 times in a row? I would. I'd be like, Cam, get in
Touchdown
here.
wise, could he be like a Jerome Bettis or a Mike
Could it be the
Allstott?
Jerome Bettis or the Mike Allstott of
Maybe,
NFL?
maybe.
If he's still there in the 13th, I'm taking him just for if like he scores 3 touchdowns a game, that's 18 points. I don't
Yeah,
care if he gets 10 fucking yards. That's still 18
fair.
points.
That's fair. But then
Right?
again, you're saying the Giants are scoring 3 touchdowns a game. More exciting stuff. I think maybe they don't finish last this year.
All right,
Ah,
let's move on to the
flip
AFC.
you for real.
That was a dirty trick.
That was a dirty trick.
I want to move to the AFC.
Let's move to the AFC, shall we?
You want to start with the cream of the crop or the chicken of the sea?
I think we could probably start with the Bills since they're the most consistent. They've got the MVP. He's got paid. He's got actually, I think, probably a better supporting cast this year than he did last year, to be honest with you. I remember going
Coleman,
into last
second
year saying,
year,
I don't think he's got
Kincaid
enough guys
healthy.
around him.
Hmm?
Yeah, last year I didn't think he had enough guys around him, and he made a kind of a fool out of me. And now this year, I feel like there's more.
I agree. I
Yeah,
believe that well that
more
Dalton
defense.
Kincaid has not been healthy yet, right?
Yeah, I think he was nicked up a lot last year. I mean,
They said he looks really good in camp, and we all know if that guy looks good, he's probably going to be a game changer.
I've got my Dalton Kincaid T-shirt ready to rock. I literally do.
I put Goob's Roadhouse on a trophy today. So that's actually because Dalton Kincaid was the reason for
Dalton
the
from
name.
Roadhouse. Yeah,
So
classic, right?
I know all about it because I wrote a trophy today or engraved a trophy with Goob's Roadhouse and because of Dalton Kincaid.
Which is
So yeah.
a
So
hilarious
I
name.
mean, honestly, yeah. Fucking A. That guy, if he's healthy, he's a game changer. If Coleman figures out the NFL and all the talent in the world. Doesn't
Ooh,
have the
yeah. If he
speed, but
figures out some
he's
stuff,
a big receiver that catches balls. So
yeah. And
touchdowns.
Shakur is great.
Shakur is a little yard munching up machine.
He is.
So yeah, I like the Bills. I don't ever like their defense because they play that 3-3-5 thing, and I'm just like,
They did the same thing the Niners did. They drafted 5 straight defensive players with their first 5 picks of this last draft.
never a bad thing.
Nope. I think they did fairly well, I believe. I think you're gonna see some rookie defense from the Niners and the Bills. So that'll be fun.
They still play that 3-3-5 thing. I just
Yeah, and the guy that's head exploded or whatever, he's back, re-signed another deal. That's the other Hamlin. He's back.
yeah, but I mean, they just keep sending that guy because he died on a field one day. I don't think he's that good.
Nah, but last year was just a test. I think he's back. He was a really good safety, and I think he gets back to that.
Yeah, I hope. I'm fingers crossed,
Solidifies
man. I
that
really do.
defense, makes them much better.
I really do. I just like I said, I don't. It's just a weird defense unless you get like they should have gone after Justin Simmons and not let the Packers get him because he's like a linebacker who plays safety, who plays safety, who plays linebacker. He would have been perfect
Right,
in
but
that
he hasn't done
three.
any of that well yet. So
Huh?
that's the thing. Simmons hasn't done any of that well yet. He's done them all.
No, that's
Just
because they put him all. The Packers are just putting him at strong side linebacker, outside linebacker. That's where you play. You don't play anything else.
there you go.
You're not
That's
going to play
probably
safety. You're not going to play free safety. You're not going to play cornerback any ever time. You're just going to play this one position. That's what you do. Oh, okay.
fair enough.
All right. So we still say Bills got the 7th easiest schedule this year. That's definitely that's definitely crazy for a team with the MVP who went to the playoffs to get
That
the
always
seventh
finishes in first place.
to get the 7th easiest schedule, but whatever.
Fair enough.
Where you want to go?
I think that New England's going to be the story. I think New
I
England.
agree. I'm ready. You
Yeah,
want to talk about New England?
yeah, man. Mike Vrabel squad. Let's do
Vrabel
it.
squad. I think that's you bring back in historic Bostonian football god of the,
Right? He's jerked
Vrabel,
off Tom Brady before. It's crazy.
dude. I think Vrabel is a great fit as a coach there. I think he's a Belichick disciple for sure. You know what I mean? I mean, just because he played for him and the way he plays, Ohio State Buckeye guy, I love Vrabel. I really do. And I think he changes. We saw what he did in Tennessee, and that was change a culture and make a better team. You know what I mean? I mean, they were better under.
Give you a bad example, but
No, for a while there, he was in the playoffs and doing great with Henry and all that stuff. So
for sure, for sure.
for sure. Um,
No, they've got Drake May, second
I
year.
think Drake
They've
May.
added weapons galore.
I think he's going to have a good future.
What do you think about Travion Henderson, the Ohio State running back? Is he a instant RB1 or
Oh, instant.
ooh,
He can block.
which
He
is
can
huge?
he can catch, and
It's a
he
big
can
bonus.
run, and he can run,
And he's fast.
and he's fast. He's automatic. He's Pacheco. He's, just name that rookie running back. He's just like the kid that the Raiders drafted in the first round. He's RB1, took him in the second round. There was a reason they took him in the second round. He was a national championship. He was probably MVP of the whole goddamn playoffs, just the way he played. And yeah,
Right. So they added him, Kyle Williams in the third round, and the number four, the number one offensive tackle in the
yeah, with
draft
Campbell.
with
So
Campbell. So
yeah,
now the top half of the league in offense now, or is it we facing a learning curve here still?
learning curve. But you do have veterans because they were very active in free
Stephon
agent.
Diggs.
Yeah. So yeah, I really like what they've done.
Yeah, me too.
I like Drake May too. I think I think not maybe a rocky start, but a strong finish. And I think that's what you need to see out of your rookie quarterback. I think a rocky
All right.
start,
Improvement. Yes, he's
improvement.
improving
Yeah.
every out.
If you learned every game until the end, can't wait to see you next year. And I think that's what we are sitting here thinking about Drake May, is that he got better all the way till the end, and you can't wait to see what Drake May does this year. Right? It's fair
Yeah,
to say.
nice. All
I
right.
have the
So I
page. I went between second and third for the Patriots in the division. Bills, of course, winning the division, and then I jostled between the Jets and the Patriots to win or take second.
Aaron Glenn is a positive influence on the Jets, I think.
I think that and that defense has got to be the best defense in that division, right? Sauce Gardner,
They extended Sauce.
Williams.
I'm not sure, man. I don't know what's wrong with the Jets. There always seems to be
I think
Solid couldn't. I don't know. I don't know.
I think last year Aaron Rodgers, the last 2 years has been Aaron Rodgers. He's probably the problem for
His
the Jets.
Yeah, it's all his fault for sure.
Let's blame Aaron Rodgers. And then I think Justin Fields, nobody's ever once said Justin Fields is the reason the Steelers lost the game or the Justin Fields is the reason the Bears lost the game. So I don't think Justin Fields is bad either. They got one of the top 10 running backs if he's healthy, right? The receiver is top 6, 7 if he's healthy.
Right. Wilson got extended.
He got extended. Sauce got extended. I
I don't know. I feel like it's defense and Justin Fields and pray. I don't know.
Well, I don't think you can say Justin Fields and pray if he just turns around and hands off to that running back. They've approved that. They got that Penn State kid. What is his name? Fajanu? Fasanu?
Oh, is that the guy they got 2 years ago?
Yeah.
They got
say
Embuemo this year. So
they said he's improved a lot.
all right. So if they got Fasano and Buenu, then that is a start. That's tackle two solid bookends right there.
So yeah, they say the offensive line looks better. So you give Justin Fields this running back. You got one of the best receivers in football. You've got, I'm sure they've drafted and added to it. Aaron Glenn. I agree. I have the Jets I'm second in the division.
Yeah, if Aaron Glenn can change the culture there and make that talent play to what they should play,
as Dan Quinn has changed the culture in Washington, as Campbell has changed the culture in Detroit. Aaron Glenn came from Campbell's regime in Detroit. I mean, why not? I got Jets in second. I don't know. I got Bills in first place. Just MVP. Come on. The pedigree is there. The talent is there. you know.
And I talked to my East Coast insider about the Dolphins,
Tell
and
me.
apparently they're bringing in criminal secondary help
I hope
because
so.
their secondary is so decimated.
So bad.
They're bringing in ex-Raiders left and right, Darren Waller.
Rasul
Uh,
Douglas is sitting on the free agency market. Why don't you give a shot at Rasul Douglas? You got the kid from San Diego from 2 years ago that bar the injury from last year, but Asante, is it what is it? What is the kid from the Chargers?
Dante
Samuels?
Samuel.
Yeah, right. So you got Rasul Douglas, Asante Samuels. There's free agents out there that I mean, you can't. There's no possible way you got to pay him that much. The Dolphins secondary is the problem is
It's empty. It's empty. Javon Holland went to the Giants. The other guys got hurt. There's no one left.
and the problem is the offense is aging. Tyreek Hill's been in the league for 10 years. I mean, he was the Kansas City Chiefs receiver a long time ago. You know what I mean? I mean,
Right.
yeah, he was a Kansas City Chiefs receiver 3 Super Bowls ago. I mean, you know what I mean? So he's not young. Waddle, he's young, but he's got to get out of old guy's shadow.
Right.
They
Oh,
did add some tight end talent. I just don't
well,
know if they have enough weapons on offense to keep up with the 56-point deficit that most teams are going to put on them every week until they go out and get Russell Douglas and
right.
Asante Samuel Jr. and somebody fucking else. Who's your criminal help? Who is this criminal?
Oh, just the ex-Raider cornerback.
Which
That was just
one?
I don't.
Jones?
Yeah,
Domain.
Jack Jones. Jack Jones.
Okay. The guy
All
took the
right. So
gun through the thing.
what's that?
The guy that took the gun through the security thing at the airport. That's what he did. Jack Jones, that's what he did.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, I
that's who
didn't know.
they got. But I'm just saying there's still cornerbacks out there. I hear the Packers throw around Rasul Douglas's name all the time, Asante Samuel's name all the time, yet they don't ever roll the dice, you know? So
Yeah. The last thing I gotta say, Miami is Chop Robinson leading the league in sacks.
okay. Is that just because the other teams are just gonna step back and throw the ball all day long because they know they can't be stopped?
Maybe.
Maybe. Gives you a lot
Yeah.
of
No.
opportunities for
I
sacks.
think Mike McDaniel is gonna he beefed up the O line. I think he's gonna try to use A Chain and his running backs a lot more. Try to slow down the game. Use Tyreek and Waddle for play action, big play kind of stuff.
Oh,
But
so
yeah, I don't have any trust in Miami this year, to be honest.
I got them in fourth in the division, not even
Yeah,
sniffing the playoffs.
I had them and the Jets are down there somewhere.
Well, I mean, I have the Patriots and the Jets fighting for second and the Bills winning, and I just have the Dolphins going 0-8 in the division.
Right. Fun stuff. Fun stuff.
It's definitely a 4-12 season for the we don't have any cornerbacks Miami Dolphins
Yeah, it
in
does
a
seem that
league
way.
where everybody throws the ball like crazy and everybody's fast. And
Yes,
good
sir.
luck. So, well, all right. Listen, that was exciting. I really enjoyed talking about football. Even though we started all the way off in the East and you and I are all the way off in the West, and I'm a Midwest football guy and you're a fucking West Coast guy, we got a
So
long
you're
way
gonna
to
do
go.
a South or North next week?
I want to do the South and save the North for the third week so I have more time to prepare for
Sounds
my
good.
beloved Green Bay Packers. And then my Packers will be right before your Niners. Instead
Sure.
of putting them in the second place and then
Makes sense to me.
yeah. So let's not do that. Who's your performer of the week?
I kind of took a page out of your book this week and took my performer of the week out of my personal life, and it was my local bike shop guy who now sells bikes for like $4,000, but he fixed mine up for like $20.
That's because he's trying to get a customer for life, and that's you, buddy. Your next bike,
That's
four
right.
grand, and it just rides you home.
Yeah, I don't think I'm spending $4 grand on a bicycle, my friend, but
Not a
I
trek.
appreciate
That's
I
for fucking sure.
appreciate the help.
That's for fucking sure. Yes, there you go. That's a true performer of the week.
Yeah,
Somebody who helps out a homie in need
that's right.
and does it the right way. My performer of the week, of course, is William Byron for not running out of gas.
My performance is
The
gas. My gas
the
guy.
guy who kept saying, back it down and get a little
Back it
closer.
down.
Back it
Back it
down.
down.
Take her back a position.
Go back.
Take her
Back.
back.
Keep
Go
backing
back.
up.
Back up. You need to back the fuck up, William.
He never even backed up. He just
Never
kept staying
once.
in
He didn't
first
have
place.
to. The guys behind him didn't want to pass him.
They did not want to pass him. It was
And not
fucking
one person
bullshit.
wanted to pass him. So William Byron and the back it up, take it back guy.
Back it up. He just
That's my
drafted the
performer of the
whole.
weeks because they crushed it. They really did. I truly believe they are the reason that Busher and Reddick are still in a three-way battle for the last three positions in the fucking standings. Is because back it up, take it back,
Back
back
it
it
up.
up. Back it up. I need you to back it up a spot. 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 You need to take it. William, you need to slow down. I can't go any slower, man, unless I get out and push a fucker.
I actually got the brake on right now.
I'm
Slow down.
coasting around the corners and I'm only going 3/4 of the way down in the pedal, bro. If I go any fucking slower, Jeff Gordon will pass me and I'm in his fucking car. So shout out William Byron, former of the week.
Nah.
What are you excited for next week? Other than the fact that it is Darlington and the year anniversary of our scuffle.
Revenge.
It's
Revenge.
revenge. You're
No,
excited for revenge?
I am, but I've been more kind of excited. I've been watching the Williamsport, Pennsylvania Little League World Series. I know right around this time I always bring it up because it's right there in my backyard. And these little kids trying their hearts out, and they got more skill than most adults will ever have in their lives.
Oh,
It's just fun to watch.
dude, I'll tell you what. I used to go to at the end of every year, the families, we'd have like a baseball game with the kids, and like the team would be against the parents and shit like that. Those little sons of bitches would throw that ball at me. I was like praying to God not to get hit, and I couldn't hit any of them either. So I was like, damn, I couldn't hit that ball. I was still a son of a bitch, threw that right down the plate. And then yeah, I tried to play in the outfield because I didn't want to be anywhere in the infield because those sons of bitches might smack one at me, and I don't want to be slow and get hit in the face. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Then you have to throw the ball to the infield, and you're like, my shoulder doesn't work like that.
No,
Just punt the ball back to the infield.
I am excited for the Darlington race. I will not lie. And I am excited for the first preseason game. It's on August 8th of this week, which to me means that football season has truly started. I know we could talk about the Hall of Fame game. The only thing to talk about in the Hall of Fame is that Sterling Sharpe got nominated into the Hall of Fame. It's about goddamn time. If it wasn't for an injury, this guy couldn't talk to me about Jerry Rice because I would throw Sterling Sharpe in his fucking face all the time. I am Scotty.
I am the GOAT.
Peace.